All right, welcome to Comic Shop News. I'm Dan,
Gambit.
and we are here to not talk about comics today, weirdly enough. We just got Rise of Skywalker, episode 9, saw it in IMAX. I'm going to start out right away for IMAX. The new Christopher Nolan trailer for his new movie Tenet was the first trailer.
Dude, holy shit.
Awesome. Freaking awesome. It's so tense and action-packed. I loved it. Honestly, it was insane. Like, that got me pumped.
Yeah, actually, that was perfect to start
and
to watch before watching Star Wars.
That has now hit my must-watch now movies for this coming year. I didn't even look at when it's coming out. It's kind of like when The Dark Knight came out. They did that long heist scene.
Yeah.
Totally down with it. So now to talk about the movie we're here to talk about. It's been 42 years in the making, and the Star Wars Skywalker saga has ended.
Finally.
So a lot of things were out beforehand about the movie kind of being disappointing.
Really?
Yeah, there was a lot of people kind of pissed.
I made a mistake today because someone posted a link to Rotten Tomatoes being really bad review. I was like, I was so curious. I never read reviews, especially in Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's kind of bullshit, that site, but that one and a bunch of others, but that's not the point. The point is that I went in and I said, let me read these reviews, and everything that I read was exactly how I felt what I was going to get when I finished the movie, when I watched this movie, you know? Like everything that those critics said is exactly what I was afraid of this movie.
Also want to start out, I'm just so we're clear, this is a non-spoiler review. This is a kind of reaction video more than anything. We're going to dance around the spoilers. There is one, I guess it'll be a spoiler, but I'm too excited by it, and I'll touch on that near the end. So I will say that this movie felt like it was dealing with backlash still of Last Jedi.
Yeah, I feel like they, like you said, they thought they needed to do damage control. I personally think that The Last Jedi was a good movie. It has its flaws, of course, but I thought that it was a good movie because it gave me something different. You know, we've been seeing the same things for over 40 years now. You know, and I went to the movies. I left The Force Awakens a little bit disappointed. I did enjoy it. I did like it. I actually saw it 2 days ago, because I thought it was just. I just saw the original trilogy again. You know, for me, it felt that way. I did enjoy it, but it felt that way. And The Last Jedi gave me something different. So when they announced that Abrams was going to be directing Rise of Skywalker, was a little bit sad about it because I knew immediately that what they were trying to do was trying to fix. I'm going to use the word fix because I feel like not many things needed to be fixed from that movie, but to fix the things that some fans did not like about the previous movie.
Well, it was interesting because a lot of that early slate of directors that Lucas Disney were bringing in, Colin Trevorrow, who had just done Jurassic World, he didn't even make it to even start his movie. Josh Trank flamed out so bad on Fantastic Four that he was removed because of supposedly his behavior on Fantastic Four. The guy Gareth Edwards, who did Rogue One, supposedly, like, he had such a contentious relationship on the set with the reshoots and everything.
And didn't the same thing happen with the people from the directors from Solo?
Yeah, but they tried to turn it into a comedy, and the guys were like, This is not, and they were going off script and started doing like, just making up stuff as they go, telling the people on stage, oh yeah, just freewheel it, you know, we'll take the best stuff. Or the point where the guy playing Solo is like, this is becoming an improv comedy, and I don't feel comfortable.
Okay. I didn't know exactly what happened. It was something that happened because again, I tried to stay away from all those things. I really don't care.
But I think Rian Johnson is a really good director.
Yeah, me too.
Who I think was put in a bad position, and they gave him probably more freedom. They knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, of course.
And they trusted his vision because I think he just had Looper out before he got that. We were signed on to that, so that was a huge movie for him. He'd done Brick and a couple others that I really enjoyed. And he just did Knives Out, which I haven't seen yet, but I heard it's pretty good. So he did this movie and kind of put his stamp on it. People got pissed about the humor in it, which I wonder if they saw Return of the Jedi, because Return of the Jedi was very yuck.
It's a Muppet movie.
Basically, well, the special editions in particular.
I love it. If the Return of the Jedi for me was my favorite movie growing up because of that. So I love that movie.
There's a scene in it going, where Han's blind. He goes, "How are we doing?" Luke goes, "Same as always." Like, "Oh, that bad, huh?" Stupid stuff like that, but I loved it, and I actually weirdly, people always say they love Return of the Jedi. It's not my favorite.
No, I mean I know it's not many people's favorite. A lot of people prefer Empire from that trilogy, but I guess that for me it just brings. I remember watching more Return of the Jedi just because I wanted to watch the ebooks. I was a little kid, so
The Ewoks.
so I got to see a bunch of toys literally playing on the big screen, So Return for me has a very, very special place. I do love Empire, and I do New Hope, but Return for me from that trilogy has a very special place.
So after all this preamble, what did you think of this movie?
I love the movie. I did. I actually loved it more than I thought that I was gonna. Even with the things that I hate, because there's some things that I feel like should have been left out, that they didn't even need to tackle those things. There's some things that I honestly feel that they were, like you said, just making damage control. They put some things in it just to please some people. And although I did not like that, I did enjoy the movie. That did not take away my enjoyment from the movie.
So it's interesting, the damage control you speak of.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice someone who was a huge emphasis in part 2 had literally 5 lines?
Yes.
That Rose Tico.
I feel I feel like that disrespectful.
Oh, it's very
to her as an actor.
It's kind of unnecessary. Where just give her better stuff to do. And in this one, she's just there. Like, she just pops up like, yeah. Hi, still here.
Yeah, you remember that I'm still here, And again, we could have gotten something from this character, I earlier today, someone complained that, they tried to force all these new characters on us. It's like, if it was me, if you would have given me the opportunity to start this franchise now,
I would have restarted completely.
I wouldn't even have Luke or Leia or Solo or any of the Skywalker family involved. It would have been years after Return of the Jedi, and it would have been like, they are legends. They existed, but they are legends. This is a bunch of new people that had nothing to do with any of of them, not related or anything.
Honestly, like, did you ever read the Star Wars Legacy series where it was like Luke's long descendant who's a smuggler?
No, I didn't read that.
Great series, but they get rid of everything.
I did read all of the Clone Wars books, and I did read the books, the Bloodlines one that were what's it called? The Solo kids. One of them goes to the dark side.
Yes,
that series was actually pretty cool.
Jason Solo.
Jason, yes.
The one thing I really think that them having all the old characters after the first movie bogs down the next two.
Yes.
Where it's kind of fan service, like,
yeah.
So this one,
because these characters have such much weight on them, they have so much weight on them that just putting them in this new set of movie, it's only just to give you a connection from the previous trilogy with this new trilogy, and you could have done that without having them there. Don't get me wrong, I did love seeing them because I am a fan. I did love seeing them, but I feel like that took away from. Could have gotten a better product, I guess.
Probably. There were some characters I think that they really buffed up a lot. Like 100% Poe had so much more to do in this.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of became the Han Solo of this.
Yes, I noticed that.
He did, and I started having like this weird reaction with him and Rey's banter where I was like,
I've seen that before, and that's my problem with this. That's my problem. That was my problem with The Force Awakens. It's like, I've seen that before. It's fun. It was fun. I laughed. I enjoy it. But at the end, it's like I've seen it before.
Finn, I didn't think was as well defined in this. Like, he had some moments, but he kind of has no arc.
Yeah, I feel like with Finn, I feel when the Force Awakens, before we actually saw Force Awakens, just the trailers, I was expecting a lot from that character.
When they showed him the lightsaber, I was like, okay, well, shit.
Exactly. It's okay. I'm down. I get it. I can do that. But I mean, it went a completely different route.
Yeah. One thing got to touch on, because it's fairly important, and people going to see the movie. If you're just kind of checking out early reviews, which if you're watching ours, I don't know why you are, but thank you. Carrie Fisher was handled very, very well in this.
I think that's one of the best things.
I don't know if this was unused footage they had from another movie.
Yes.
But it fit well with how they used her. Her passing in the movie was done quickly but respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
And if you thought Chewbacca's moment in Force Awakens was powerful, when Han gets run through, Chewie has, I'm going to call it one of the best emotional moments in this entire movie.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. There's some fantastic set pieces in this movie where you kind of stop and you're just watching the planet and not really the actors.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of beautiful. The movie is beautiful.
JJ is a great director.
Let's just start from the whole movie. It's beautiful. Like, it's everything about it. It's just everything is beautiful. Like, everything. So, I mean, every scene that you watch, you have to like, wow, there's so much happening. Like, there's so not happening, but so much that I'm taking in from just this shot. From just this sequence. Like,
there's cameos of people who were in Lost. Charlie, who from Lost, was in it. And then, they brought back a guy we didn't see in the last one, Snap, Greg Grunberg. There's some deaths in this movie.
But it's expected.
And not really a spoiler, but from the trailers, we know Emperor Palpatine's back. I don't know if him being in the movie helps the movie.
I'm just, if I continue, if I go that line of the train of thought, I'm gonna spoil it. But yeah, I feel like that was the first thing that I was like, oh man, he was this movie. It was a fun movie, man. I really did enjoy
this movie's pacing is incredibly quick, though. It goes from planet to planet to planet to planet. Where you're
they're wasting no time.
I was like, is this an Indiana Jones movie?
Yeah, it said at some point too.
Literally.
I said at some point, like, oh, that's from Indiana Jones.
There is a scene in this movie that kind of made both of us groan, where I turned around and saw him 2 seats over making a jerk off motion, and I kind of had the same reaction. There's a character turn that it's telegraphed. A lot of this has been telegraphed in earlier movies.
Just gonna leave it there. I'll if you want to talk about all these after a few weeks has passed, and or if you want to do later another video, but with all the spoilers, that we can talk about all the spoilers, I will gladly give you my 2 cents on that.
Force Skyping comes back with a vengeance.
I don't mind that. I really don't mind that. Those are the type the one of those things that you go like, I mean, it's a galaxy far away. You can do things with the Force that, yeah, okay, all right, yes. Oh, that okay, yeah. I don't mind that at all. I honestly don't.
There is fan service in this movie. There's a god awful amount of fan.
I mean, come on, like all of the fan service.
Weirdly though, there is one omission that surprised me. I don't know if this is spoiling it. There's no Hayden Christensen in this, where I thought for sure, because at Celebration he was there with the guy who played the Emperor. I thought for sure that he was going to
show up. Yeah,
his voice is in it.
And Ahsoka's voice is there too.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's it.
There was a bunch of Jedi voices where they
At some point,
combed everything.
You hear a bunch of voices again, just giving, just all of the fan service.
Yeah, introduced to some new droids.
Why? I mean, why do we need another cute droid? Why? It was fun though, but why? Come on, we have a ton of them.
There are some set scenes of possibly one of the largest ship battles since Rogue One I've seen, where all of a sudden all these ships are coming in. The Final Order has this fleet. I can't go too far into it, but a whole other wave of ship show. It's almost like Rogue One, except I think there's more ships on the screen than in that movie. We're going to go into the acting now. I thought everybody kind of did the best that they could with what they were given.
Really?
I didn't think some of them were given. Like, I thought Adam Driver really wasn't given much to do except snarl, look a little angry.
I guess, yeah. I see your point. I think I mean,
Ray.
I think it was great. I think their acting was good. You know, for a Star Wars movie. Again, it's we sometimes expect from this movie something like what the meaning of life. You know, and you know it's asking for a little bit too much of a movie. You know,
for being the end, I was expecting a little bit more emotional weight.
Okay. I see your point.
You, like they said, this is the end of the saga. So
yeah, I know what. Okay, I get your point.
But I mean, there were emotional moments.
I mean, Chewbacca gave us all the emotional moments. He took all the emotion out of the movie. Like he took all the emotion for himself, and he just
there is a scene with Hux where Adam Driver turns around and does the Han Solo finger, and he thought he was going to get choked. I love that because that was straight Harrison Ford the talking to C-3PO though. I did.
This is pretty cool. That's a nice detail there.
Yeah, it was weird things like that. And Poe had some great facial gestures, especially with Kerry Russell's Zori character, where he's just like doing this facial gesture, and she's like, "No."
Cool. That was actually pretty cool. That was a good character. Have you seen that character before? No. Right.
Didn't take the helmet off.
The 80s the way.
I thought it was going to be kind of a Boba Fett thing.
No, I mean that was Phasma.
The most disappointing
waste
character.
Of a character, man.
But the coolest looking.
No. Don't get me wrong. He looked. It's like
it's Brian from Tarth wearing.
It's like Boba Fett at the time. He just looked cool because he didn't do anything in the movie. It's like he's
and
the
backstory of the armor, it's Naboo spaceship plating on it.
Yeah.
So that's why it has all the reflective, like the ones from Phantom Menace.
I didn't read that comic.
Yeah, I did.
I haven't read that comic. So many things that I'm reading, man.
I know. What was Chewbacca had some good scenes. Some of the lightsaber fights were pretty damn good. Especially one of the set pieces you've seen where they're on the remnants of the Death Star in the commercial, the world with the crashing waves. Fantastic set piece, great lightsaber battle. There was one of the planets where we meet Zori that I thought was okay, but I like the fact that it was snowing there and seeing a little bit of different stuff. Of course, we had 2 desert worlds because it's not a Star Wars movie if there's not a desert world.
Desert. You know how much sand I don't know. I couldn't believe in the sand everywhere.
We heard Anakin in the movie. Yeah. Gets everywhere. Exactly. One of his whining. So if you had to grade the movie, where would you go with it?
Oh man, this is a really, really difficult
fresh in your head
for me to grade. I think I'll give it an 8, and possibly when I watch it a second or a third time, I will still think I will still give it an 8. You know, I again the little things that actually aggravated me from the movie did not take the enjoyment away from it, you know, and and I did have fun in the movie. I like I said, it's a beautiful movie to watch. It has some good lines. It has some great visuals. It like I said at the beginning of the video, I am a fan. So all this fan service, I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it, but I feel like there's a lot of things that you could have done a better story, because I'm all up for fan service if it doesn't affect, if it doesn't make a good story an okay story. If you put a fan service there that is just going to make something that was already in a past to be great, and all you did was put something there to please some fan, you take a little bit away from it, and the opportunity to give me something truly unique and different goes away. Again, I do enjoy that fan service because I did like seeing some of those things. I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool, but I feel like putting that there just to put that there sometimes, like a great example of good fan service. Mandalorian is nothing but fan service, but God, that's
Easter egg though.
That is a great show. That has been a great show, but it's fan service. Every episode is fan service. Whether you're a fan of westerns, a fan of samurai cinema, a fan of Star Wars, you get all the fan service you can get in that series, but it's done very well.
So for me, I'm not as high on it, but I came in with weird expectations on it, and I shouldn't have come in with expectations. Some of it wrapped up a little too neatly for me, and I know that's kind of stupid to say, but
no, I understand.
I thought going in, I saw way too much of the movie in the trailers.
You think?
I think so. Them giving away the whole Palpatine thing in the trailer, I feel like that's something they could have held back.
Well, but the thing with showing Palpatine from the trailer, it was immediately, at that moment, that the whole reason for that was just to calm these fans that did not like the one before. So okay, let's give them something that we know for sure they're gonna lose their mind about, so that way we can get them back and keep them. And again, I understand that from a business point of view, I can understand why you'd be like, okay, so not as many people as we thought liked it, or that's BS because the movie made a lot of money, but there's some people that don't like it, and we want everyone to like it. You know what I mean?
One set piece in particular, the scene in the desert where Kylo's TIE fighters coming at her, that they used in the very, very first teaser trailer.
Yeah,
pretty awesome set piece.
That was actually a great.
And it's kind of one of those things like, God, I understand you're trying to get people back in the theater. You want to excite people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like just a little bit. Just don't give it all away.
Now I feel like the trailer doesn't give you that much. Honestly,
it doesn't give you like, again, the Palpatine thing. I was like, it would have been cool having that surprise.
It would have been cool to have that surprise.
Because I remember when I first saw Return of the Jedi in the theater, you didn't even know anything about the Emperor. And all of a sudden, this shriveled piece of shit shows up.
Something dark side. That's exactly the words. As soon as I saw him in the they show him on scene, I was like, something dark side.
There's a part in this where I felt like almost scene for scene they were redoing Return of the Jedi.
It's what J.J. Abrams did. That's exactly what he did with Force Awakens. He gave us a New Hope, and now he gave us a Return of the Jedi. Again, I love the movie, and it's a good movie, but there's certain things that it's like I've seen it before, and that takes it.
I'm leaning like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. Like, I like the movie. I had weird expectations going in. I'm not sure exactly what I was expecting.
I was expecting to hate it.
I knew they were going to do enough damage to it, but I felt going in like, I just want to be entertained.
Yes.
I was entertained. And that was all I really wanted.
And isn't that why we go to the movies?
Supposedly.
We go to the movies to get entertained,
One thing, it might be a spoiler. I don't care. It took 42 years. Chewie got his fucking medal. He finally got his medal.
That's yeah. With as much as George Lucas tweaked the original trilogy, you would have think that he would digitally put a medal on him at the end of A New Hope. Like, oh, we forgot about that. Let's put a medal there in this new special edition. But no.
In my head, I know Kevin Smith probably got up in the theater like. But slow clap.
I mean that again, but
again, like
it was pretty cool though. It was pretty.
Yeah, no, it was a cool thing to see. There's this weird bickering with Poe, where he's in the Millennium Falcon and he basically catches it on fire.
Yeah,
and there's like a bickering that it was almost between him and Rey that kind of reminded me of Solo and actually a little bit of Solo and Lando. It was like, what did you do to my ship?
True. There's a little bit. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's even more accurate. Yeah.
Billy T. Williams is the fan service of the entire movie.
Oh my God, you think?
He shows up, and there's a point where he's talking to one of the new characters that shows up. And I just expected him to turn around and be like, so, would you like a malt liquor?
That every time that he showed up on scene, every time, it was like, giggity. Every time, because, I mean, it's like...
He just found the youngest lady he could. He said that, so where you from?
So, hey girl, what's up?
It's very close to friends with how you doing?
Very close to that.
I was disappointed we didn't see Nine Numb show up.
Oh, right? Oh man.
I didn't see a lot of like older characters show up because I was expecting to start seeing, Wedge Antilles is in this movie, if you didn't know. He shows up near the end. It's just like, great shot.
I mean,
there for a minute, he's gone.
And again, it's pretty cool because, oh shit, but at the same, it's like, does it do anything for the? It doesn't.
In the time it took me to go, hey, that's wet. It's gone.
Yeah, I mean, but again, it's one of those things that it really does not help in any way. It was just there just to be there. And as a fan, I'm like, yeah, I like that. But again, it's like, man.
I will say though, I thought more people were gonna die. I thought more main characters were gonna die because every movie we've lost 1 to 2.
Man, dude, if there was a moment where I was thinking, it's like the game master. I mean, I love Dungeons and Dragons and RPGs. I was thinking, it was like, man, the game master running this campaign is going crazy right now. It's like, wow, he's drunk with power.
I dare you to roll a natural 20, son of a bitch.
Right.
Again, like it's a flawed movie. It is. Will you be entertained? Yes. Will you stop and kind of for moments forget there's characters on the screen because of some of the set pieces? You will. I literally the water planet. They panned to the characters like no, please.
Right.
Go back.
Those waves were actually pretty.
Because that wrecked Death Star. And, it goes back to Force Awakens where when she's a scavenger going through the Star Destroyer. And going back to her scavenger days of, like, climbing through this place.
Dude, after the end of this movie, the scavenging business is going to be booming, bro.
Yeah. Again, like, we liked it. I didn't love it. On second watch, though, eventually, when it comes out on Blu-ray or 4K, I'll probably watch it a couple more times. I'm
gonna watch the shit out of it.
It'll be on Disney Plus. I'll be like, well, there's nothing else on. Also, for people who pretty much like fucked Last Jedi in the mouth, go back now and just go with an open mind. Because again, when I first watched it, I left going, it's different. I don't know.
That's exactly what I like about it.
And then sitting down the last time, right at the beginning, it tells you everything kind of needs to die. And once you kind of start listening, You understand.
Dude, since the trailer, they're telling you, let the past go.
But I will say, missed opportunity. The movie should have stopped with the walkers going at Luke and him sitting there with the lightsaber staring it down. If they had just cut right there and left that as a cliffhanger for the next movie, everybody would be jacked out of their brain.
I mean, it would be a great cliffhanger, but I feel like Luke's arc, how it ended in that movie, in my opinion, I think it was really good. It was perfect. I think it was the whole thing, like it closed really nice and really tight. But
yeah, I just that scene where like it's such a great shot with him just staring it down, all the walkers are coming out, like you can just end it right
oh
here.
no, yeah. I mean that again, that would have been like,
but then we get him going, see you around, kid.
That would have been really cool to see. But I did enjoy seeing him fight with Kylo, and at the end he's not even there. You know, it's like, you know how badass you have to be to just show up there and make everyone believe, even the droid believed that you were there.
Even Carrie Fisher believed it. He's like, here's some dice.
That's right. So you have to be your power lever has to be, you know, up here to be able to pull that off, you know. And I think that was, for me, that's like, yeah, that's he didn't get drunk with power, you know.
I will say in this movie too, Rey kind of has the closest to an Anakin arc I've seen, where she's kind of whining a little bit, like she's like, but I don't want to do this. This is like, I don't want to get a Taji stage.
For a minute there, I thought her character was gonna go a different way. For a minute there, I was like, oh no, they're good. No,
they left you hanging there, kind of wondering, is it gonna go?
But I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. Like I said, and even the little things that they were not little things. Even the things that I did not like about it, I guess I didn't take away from my enjoyment.
No, like weirdly, I sat there. I'm so trained for the Marvel movies. Trailer, the end credits started. Like, all right, I'm just gonna wait. I was like, wait, no, I don't need this. I don't need to sit here and do this. I'm so trained by the stupid Marvel movies.
Right. Oh yeah.
Where you just sit there, you're like,
it happens every time. It happens every time. It was like, okay, I'm just gonna. Oh wait, I don't have to wait for an end credit scenes. So yeah, there's no end credit scenes after this.
Anyway, I think we've talked this out without going into spoilers. If we keep going, it's going to go into spoilers.
Yeah. It got to the point that if I keep talking, I'm just going to start talking.
Thank you for the ones who's still here and the 3 to 4 who were here earlier. It's kind of impromptu, but thanks for joining us, and let us know what you think of the movie after you see it. And thanks. If you're here for the comics too, Sunday night we're streaming. It's Doomsday Clock.
Right. Yeah. I have to catch up on that. And
it's Gary Frank. It's Jeff Johns. It's been 2 years. We barely remember what happened.
Dude, I read issue 1 this morning and issue 2 while I was waiting in line. I was like, I don't remember reading this. You know, it's like wow.
But gonna end this also with try to go in as clean as possible in this movie. Don't read spoilers, like just try to enjoy the movie. And again,
it's a Star Wars movie. It is a Star Wars movie, and it's a fun Star Wars movie.
Give Last Jedi another chance. Is it on Disney Plus? Okay.
And if it's not, it's still on Netflix. I know it's still on
Netflix. Just give it another try with an open mind and stop fucking with freaking Ryan Johnson. Like the dude.
Man, he did a great job. I think he did a great job. All the loose ends that Abrams left open on the one before. It's like, okay, I'll leave you with this, and then Ryan Johnson's like, oh, what am I supposed to do with all this shit, man?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Like, just give it a. And it's weird. I'm an apologist for that movie, but like, it's just one of those things where it's a good. Okay, him milking the animal for the milk. I will bitch about that, but that's a whole other thing. You can find me on Instagram at comic_chop. _news or on Twitter at Chop Comic.
There's a lot of underscores in that thing.
And
yeah, I'm Gambit Sync, gambitsync.com, Gambit Sync on Facebook, Gambit Sync on Twitter, Gambit Sync on Instagram. If you want to talk spoilers, feel free to send me a message and we can talk all the spoilers you want and just geek out about it, you know. But if you're gonna do that, watch it first so we can actually geek out together.
Again, like, try to get enjoyment out of it. I mean, I know people hate Disney, but a lot of money and a lot of people put a lot of effort into this movie, and not everybody's gonna love it. I'm just
I'm just waiting for people to start reading people's finding things to hate about it, you know.
I again, it's a mess. There was a mess they had to clean up of just trying to tie everything together into one movie.
Yeah, just tying it all together was a mess alone. Let's add all the drama, all the outside drama that they're just trying to avoid this time, you know. So yeah, good job on that. You know, you had this cool character that might have done something really cool, just put aside to a corner and literally have just a few lines because they were afraid to use that character because of trying to avoid some
because of racists.
Yeah.
I'll just call it as it is. And again, Carrie Fisher, they handled her passing as best they could, and I thought the way they handled it was actually pretty perfect. I have no complaint about it. I mean, you know she's gonna die. Like, you know, in the movie, they have to kill her at a certain point.
Yeah, man, I was expecting her to die in The Last Jedi. I'm surprised that she lasted until the end. I was like, wait, she's still alive?
She goes on her own terms too. She goes on her own terms.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think that was.
And seeing a last scene between her and her actual real life daughter, who's in the movie, was actually kind of touching in its own way.
All right, enough, because we're gonna start spoiling it. Thank you for watching Gambit Sync and comic
_ chop _ news at Instagram. I don't know why the hell they made me do all the underscores. It was not my choice.
Interesting.
But you can find us for comics
next Sunday. On Sunday.
This Sunday. And I'm probably going to go back to doing movie reviews eventually after I need to take a sabbatical because I hate the ID content bot on this fucking network. It bothers me. They hit me for everything. Not bitter.
No, not at all.
And, you know, when I'm over my heartbreak.
It's okay.
So
just move on.
Take care, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
That was fun.